Hey, what's up guys? It's Brendan from Best Life Weight Loss. And today's bike vlog, I want to talk about when to consult a physician, when to talk to a doctor. You know, I've been seeing a lot of things, especially for obese people, morbidly obese, that, oh, before you start any exercise or you start a diet plan, before you do any of that, talk to a doctor first. You know, talking to a doctor can be very important. You can figure a lot of things out. It's important to get daily checkups, not daily checkups, but you know, your routine checkups whenever scheduled. Very important. I'm not saying that's not important. What I'm saying is that all these sites, all these articles I'm reading, oh, consult a doctor beforehand, before you start your diet and exercise. You don't need to. Personally, like I said, I might get a lot of heat for this, but I didn't start talking to a doctor beforehand. You know, I've had checkups in the past. They've told me I was fucking fat. You know, like, I already understand that. When I started my weight loss journey, I started slow. You know, I just started doing cardio, set up my diet, didn't consult anyone, you know. Google, doing my own research. You know, I recommend everyone to do it. You know, I have this channel to try and help make it a little bit easier for people. You know, I've done a lot of my own research. I found a lot of things that work and found a lot of things that don't work. Now, if you're doing something, you're doing your exercise, you're doing your diet, and you feel something is wrong, you feel something is inherently off, yeah, a doctor is going to be necessary, you know. But in this climate, in this day and age, in this economy right now, a lot of people don't have health insurance. Personally, I don't have health insurance. So the idea of just going to a doctor on a whim, it's not there for me. And I know for a lot of people, they don't just have access to medical care like that. They can't just set up an appointment and not pay exorbitant rates out of pocket. You know, I'm not saying, hey, don't see a doctor. It's not what I'm saying at all. I'm saying it's not required to see one before you start your journey. And I've been seeing it everywhere. You know, I like to do a lot of research. I like to try and get the best health I can. You know, it wasn't always like that. It's something I had to want for myself, you know. And every single article, they want you to consult a physician beforehand. And it's like, I understand where they're coming from, but in that same regard, like I said, if you don't have the means, you don't have the medical care, the money to be making copays for no reason, you know, you're just fat, and you're like, man, I want to start exercising, but they said I should talk to a doctor first. Like, unless you already know you have underlying medical conditions that might hinder you on your weight loss journey, I don't think it's necessary to talk to one in the beginning. You know, I think it's better you just start, you know, pick your cardio, like I said, start making your diet regimen. They go hand in hand, you know. But it's you know, it sounds weird because I don't want to say, hey, don't go to the doctor. If you have the means, by all means, if it wouldn't cost you anything and you can set it up, of course. Why not go and go to the doctor? Get him, you know, he can check you out, blood levels. Those are all wonderful things to know. Make sure you're healthy. That's very important. But as a preemptive for your weight loss journey, it's not something that's needed. And I feel like every single article saying that is somewhat misleading in a sense. It's like, yes, it's very important to get checked up. It's very important for your health that you're getting your routine checks. It's not something that personally I feel is needed to preemptive for everyone. You know, everyone is different. The idea of this channel for your diet is something that you tailor make to yourself. So of course, not everyone can just start working out or start their diet. Somebody might have to go see a doctor. But for every single article I read, to say, oh, you have to go and see a physician first, that seems a little disingenuous to me. And maybe they're just trying to play safe. You know, they're giving you advice in their article, so they want to have like a disclaimer. Well, we told them to go see a doctor before, you know. Nothing I tell you is going to be something where it's going to hurt you inherently. Everything I tell you is just things to try for yourself. Not everything I tell you is going to work. It's things that I figured out that worked for me, and I'm like, hey, maybe it'll work for you. That's the kind of concept I'm doing. You know, when you go to the doctor, a lot of times they're going to try and fit you into a certain bubble, try and tell you certain things you need and don't need. And those are good suggestions. You got to remember, that's all we are doing. That's all I'm doing. These are suggestions. Suggestions to help you propel forward in whatever you're doing. You know, and maybe you needed to see that doctor beforehand. Maybe you have diabetes and you don't know how dropping weight drastically is going to affect you. Personally, I would Google it, but also I don't have diabetes, so I can't tell the person in that situation what to do. I can only give them advice. They know their body at that point. They know, oh, maybe I should go see a physician first. That's perfectly fine. Like I said, I'm not saying don't do it. I'm not saying, oh, you don't have to do it. Literally saying you don't have to do it. You know, you don't have to do it in a sense of you shouldn't read that and think, oh man, I can't, because what's going to happen? I already see how a lot of people are. I was the same way. You're going to see, oh, I got to consult a physician first, and you're going to put it off. You're not going to start your weight loss journey because you want to go and talk to this doctor. You're better off starting your weight loss journey, hitting it, working out a little bit, setting up your diet, and then I would say within a month or 2 months, go get a checkup. Hey doc, yeah, it's been this long since my last checkup. I started exercising, and they're gonna get your levels. They're gonna see things, and you're gonna get a lot of good information. And it might be a good idea to do the before you work out, and then the after, and then you can compare the two. You know, it wasn't really something that I needed or felt like that I needed to get done, but it might be different for you, and that's okay. You gotta remember, everything for your weight loss journey is about you. Not what anyone else thinks, not anyone else tells you, not anyone else's opinion. It all comes down to how you feel and how you want to do it. Because at the end of the day, it's your life. You have to take control of it. You know, we can make suggestions, we can give you tips, we can give you advice. But at the end of the day, you have to follow through with that. You know, and I'm telling you, it seems, I feel like I feel weird telling you, because it feels like I'm saying don't go to the doctor. And I'm 100% not telling you to do that. I'm telling you that you have options. And it's never an end-all be-all for your weight loss journey. You know, the only option you don't have is a calorie deficit. That is the one thing that has to stay maintained on your weight loss journey. You know, it's something that can falter, like the video from yesterday. It's something that can dip here and there, but it's something that you want to strive for. Every other aspect of your weight loss journey is subject to change for you. Finding out what works for you, the best alternatives when it comes to protein, the best hydration sources. These are all things you have to find for yourself. We can give you advice, we can give you suggestions, but it really comes down to what is it? I always go back to tailor making that diet, tailor making it to yourself, fitting it to fit your everyday needs. You know, well, you gotta remember, I'm not a doctor. I have no fucking background in any of this shit. I'm just a guy that lost a good amount of weight. I'm just trying to fucking spread positivity and help people. How can you start your weight loss journey today? Stay positive, guys. And I don't really do this, but for the holiday, I'll say Happy Memorial Day. You know, Army brat. Always feels good to represent.